Welcome to Vlogmas, Small Business Grant Edition. And I know you're wondering, wait a minute, this is really not the type of content for Vlogmas, but we're going to try something different. And we're going to do 25 grants in 25 days. So make sure your bell is on so you do not miss these opportunities to get to financial stability for your business. And in this video, this grantor has grants for both for-profits and nonprofits. And on the for-profit side, 3 super fans will walk away with $25,000 for your business, and you're going to the Super Bowl. So definitely make sure if you're into sports and you got a business and you need some money, this is going to be the grant for you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I am Ebony, a licensed attorney out of the state of Missouri, and on this channel, we focus on grants, legal tips, and setting the foundation for your business to get you to generational wealth because, yes, money is good, but we want our money to serve generation after generation after generation. Check out the Small Business Grant playlist. There are several opportunities listed there. I talk about for-profit, nonprofit. Now we're going to have a Vlogmas list, so make sure you're checking into that as well. And I have 2 separate ebooks. Go to the website and check those out. The most recent one is our workbook. It is 130 pages of content. This book is going to help you with quizzes, fill in the blanks. If you get the grant, don't get the grant, applying for the grant, all of those things, walking you through what you should be thinking about when you are filling out that application. And if you would like to further support the channel, come on over to the Patreon. I'm going to quickly share my screen so you can see what's in there in case you want to join. Here's the Patreon. Yes, the information is locked. However, once you become a member, the information will be unlocked. I talk about different grant opportunities, articles, cohorts, anything that I think will be helpful for you while you're on your entrepreneurship journey. But we don't want to stay over there too long because I know you all want to get into these grants. Well, this grant, but it's for both for-profit and nonprofit. Now, before we get into the grants, I am picking grants based off the comments. So 25 days of grants. If you want to possibly have me find a grant in your city, your state, your industry, leave me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what type of business you have. And let me know if you have any other questions that you might want me to squeeze into these videos. But the goal is to make sure that these videos are pretty short since we're going to have 25 days of this. Okay, now this grant opportunity. The first grant opportunity, as I said, 3 individuals will walk away with $25,000. But remember, you have to be a super fan for the $25,000. But let's say you're like, I'm not a super fan. You still have the opportunity to walk away with $10,000, right? So there are 2 opportunities for you. I'm going to say 3 because going to the Super Bowl, I don't even like football, but go to the Super Bowl. That's a once in a lifetime thing, right? So in this specific opportunity, $10,000 or $25,000, plus you get to go to the Super Bowl. Now, they had more stringent requirements, I'm going to say, when they were talking about requirements for the nonprofit. With a nonprofit, first and foremost, remember, it's 2 steps when you have your nonprofit. You can incorporate your nonprofit at the Secretary of State office, but then you have to get that tax exempt status on the federal level. And I know some of you all think that, once you incorporate, you got your nonprofit, tax exempt. No, you must fill out the proper documentation through the IRS, and that is one of the requirements that they are requesting, that you actually have tax exempt status, so you are a 501c3. Secondly, they did not give a dollar amount for the grant. They said it is based off of the project total cost. However, any money that they give you, 85% must be used specifically for the project. And when they're saying specifically for the project, they mean you can't have unrestricted money, so you cannot use it for overhead costs. They have a maximum of 15% of the funds can be used for overhead costs. They also stated that you can use 20% for IT and technology. But again, if you just added that up, that's over 100%. So what they are saying that you can use 20% for IT and technology if it is directly related to the project. Also, you cannot be substantially in competition with other organizations on a federal, state, or local level that is already providing the services that you are providing. I cannot give you a definitive answer on what that looks like because let's say you do a community garden. Let's say you do a food drive. I know there's food banks. So would that be considered a substantial program, especially if it's under another nonprofit? But I always recommend going to the websites, reaching out to the grantor, because the worst thing that can happen is they tell you no, you cannot apply based on these requirements. Or if you're not able to get in contact with the grantor, just apply, especially if it's something that's going to take minimal time and give you the possibility to get to this money. Now with that, let's look at this grant. All right, y'all, this grant opportunity is sponsored by Verizon, and we are going to look at the grant requirements for the nonprofit that we've discussed at the top of the video. And they also talk about their small business digital ready participants. Here is that email, digitalready@verizon.com. So if you have questions, now this is going to be on the for-profit side, send them an email and send them an email as soon as possible. Because if I say anything that you want to listen to is that a grantor can close a grant at any time that they see fit for any reason. And we don't want to miss out on the opportunity to go to the Super Bowl, get $25,000 or get $10,000. Now with a nonprofit, you're going to go here, you're going to look at the eligibility requirements. Now they do have restrictions. Now I did not read all of the restrictions, but I definitely think that you should look into this in more detail to determine if you meet any of these restrictions. Specifically, organizations not exempt under 501c3, which I talked about. You will have to fill something out with the IRS, and they have a short form and a long form, but that's depending on your budget. So definitely get yourself a professional to help you complete that, or if you feel comfortable doing it yourself, do that as well. A few other things that you must comply with for the nonprofit side that I think is important is keeping your books available for regular independent outside audit and make the results available to all potential contributors, comply with applicable laws regarding registration and reporting, and then observe the highest standards of business conduct in its relationship with the public. Now, when you are a nonprofit organization, you will have to file annual reports, making sure that you do your 990, making sure that you have your books in order, because a grantor might say, I want to see your meeting minutes. And if you don't have that, you then will potentially have to pay the money back, or they might give you some time to produce that. But if you're not able to produce those documents, you are no longer in compliance and you risk having to pay back who knows what dollar amount, because like I said, they did not list a specific dollar amount that you can request, but we don't want to have to pay no money back, okay? And then making sure that you comply with applicable laws. We're not out here doing nothing illegal anyways. Our businesses are always compliant because we know that that is the foundation of making sure that we get to generational wealth. And now on the for-profit side, this is for the Digital Ready grant from Verizon. And if you have not seen this opportunity, I highly recommend that you look into this. More importantly, you only have to take 2 classes, courses, however they're labeling them, and these things are free. So you just have to register. Once you do 2 of their programming, you will then be eligible to apply for the $10,000 grant. Now, I did a deeper dive and did some more research, which I have not seen posted in most places, and that is that $25,000 super fan opportunity for 3 individuals to then go to the Super Bowl. On top of that, there will be other opportunities and activities during Super Bowl week. I don't know what those are, but they made sure to highlight that you and a guest will get tickets to the Super Bowl. So that within itself should be a motivating factor. But most important, even if you don't get the grant, because we know that is a possibility, the Learning Center and the resources that are available to you, I recommend doing this because some of these things can cost thousands of dollars. So here, if you're like, I don't know how to price something, take this course. If you're thinking about, how do I become more competitive? Here's this, getting started with AI, and AI is taking over, y'all. So please make sure that at a minimum, you are taking this free information and utilizing that to scale, grow, and sometimes start your business. And as I recommend in almost every video, peruse their website for more than just applying for the grant. And look at who they have funded. because that is going to give you intel on if what you're doing is aligned with individuals that they have provided funds to in the past. And then if you scroll down here, 2021 grant recipient, and then here's a short video you can watch, and then other individuals. So always, always, always figure out who have they funded in the past, and are you aligned with what they have funded? Now, this is our first Vlogmas Small Business Grant Edition, and I hope that you all stay on for the ride and turn on your bell because we have 24 more grants to go. So like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out the ebook, check out the workbook, go to the Patreon, leave me a comment, let me know where you're watching from, all that good jazz so I could possibly find a grant for your business in your city, state, and or industry. But as always, y'all already know what I'm about to say. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to spend with me virtually. I want to thank you for supporting the channel. And wherever you are in the world, I hope that you are having a beautiful day. And I will see you all next time.